So if not Alvar Hanso, who is running the Foundation? Thomas Middlework. But who is this man really? According to Persephone, there is no record of Middlework ever attending Caltech, where he supposedly picked up his doctorate. The only other information we know about this man is the allegation of Bad Twin, that Middlework was at one point on the board of directors at Widmore Industries, a company with close ties to the Foundation.
Welcome to Verizon's voice messaging service.
You've reached the office of Dr. Thomas Werner Mittelwerk, Senior Vice President, COO, and Chief Technologist of the Hanso Foundation. I will be unreachable for the next 3 weeks. However, for those employees of Paik Heavy Industry and Widmore Corporation engaged in active projects, I will be continuously updating the confidential information line. Please refer to your project manual for hotline access instructions. Thank you, and namaste.
What about the rest of the board of directors? Persephone accuses Hugh McIntyre, supposedly deeply committed to family values, of secretly carrying out an affair with an unknown woman, going so far as to produce copies of receipts from secret rendezvous between the two. What about Peter Thompson, head of the Hanso Foundation's legal department? He joined the Foundation after his lung cancer was treated with the help of the Foundation. According to Persephone, Thompson has had a long history of representing questionable clients. These clients included several other members of the board of directors, including Jacob Vanderfield, arrested for taking bribes, and Lawrence Peck, arrested for insider trading, perjury, and obstruction of justice. Both men were represented by Peter Thompson, and both were released long before their sentences were up. Hugh McIntyre on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
There's a woman named Persephone who has been hacking your website.
Yes, she has.
And has been putting things on the website, unusual things. Who is this person and why is she doing
Well,
this?
I don't know who she is and I don't know why she's doing it. I can just tell you this, that fortunately she's more mischievous than damaging, although her acts are criminal.
Why do you say they're criminal?
Well, you go in and you peruse people's personal things and put up things on a website that's not true about people. She's defamed my colleagues. She's defamed myself. She said things about my family, that all of which are untrue.
There's a video of you having some sort of, looks like a relationship with a woman who is not your wife.
Well, if you look closely, that's not me.
That is not you.
No, it is not me.
Well, the video
and it's easy to lob hot shots from the darkness at somebody instead of standing in front of them and making your accusations. I mean, clearly this person, whether it be a woman or a 10-year-old or what, is a criminal.
Peter Thompson was less diplomatic with his response.
Welcome to Verizon's voice messaging service.
Hello, you've reached the office of Peter Thompson, Vice President, General Counsel, and Secretary of the Hanso Foundation. Mr. Thompson is not available to take your call. If this is regarding the inquiry into the Korean offshore project, we must regretfully decline to comment.
Give me the phone, Irene. Give me it! This is Peter Thompson. As Chief Legal Officer, I wish to remind those who make threats against me and my colleagues, or any representative of the Widmore Corporation or Paik Heavy Industry, that these acts are criminal. Make no mistake, we will locate and prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. That's a promise. Namaste.
What was DJ Dan's take?
Coming to you live from Area 51. DJ Dan. You're listening to DJ Dan, shutting down the man.
Milton from Fresno, please tell me you're not still there.
I'm still here, DJ Dan.
Tanya, you're fired.
I'll leave when you start paying me.
Oh, Tanya. Now, okay, Milty, before I kick you off, what were you saying?
I was saying I think Persephone is just some hacker from one of the Hanso Foundation's competitors.
Oh, so you think the Hanso Foundation is, what, some kind of innocent victim in all this?
No, I'm just saying, how do you know they've done anything wrong?
How do I know? How do you know you want to stay away from the business end of a skunk, Milty? How do you know old Mrs. Withers is going to hand out pennies every Halloween? You just do. Shut down!
But enough of these ad hominem attacks on both sides. What harm were any of the Foundation's projects causing? Persephone posted a top-secret memo alleging that the Mathematical Forecasting Initiative was being used to start tribal wars in the developing world. The signature on the memo? Peter Thompson. Meanwhile, Persephone published 2 newspaper articles. One from a paper in Cape Town, alleging that the Hanso Foundation was involved in illegal organ harvesting, and a retraction of that piece that was written the very next day. She also posted a phone conversation that she recorded with the author of the original article.
Retraction. I was forced to make it. They bought the paper that same day.
The Hanso group did.
I'll swear on any Bible they bought up my newspaper to cover up what they did to those people. Now nobody will talk. I'm going crazy here. I'm going to lose my job. I did a little digging. Same thing happened at a hospital last year, another one of those Hanso Foundation hospitals. The reporter that did that story, he died in a car crash. Yeah, sure, some car crash. Man, I wish I never heard of these Hanso people. They're sharks, that's what they are.
Have any Hanso executives gotten in touch with you?
Yeah, hey, look, what's your name again?
You can just call me Persephone.
Yeah, look, Persephone, I gotta go.
Hugh McIntyre on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
What does the Hanso Foundation do? What is your role? What do you do?
We have 6 major projects around the world. The center of that is the WWPDP, which is the Worldwide Wellness Prevention and Development Project. It is a non-governmental project, just like many that is involved in projects in third world countries,
I see.
Working with both governmental organizations and also private entities.
And what about the mental health appeal? Persephone published a letter written by the head of the Vic Institute in Iceland, Dr. Armand Zander. He complains to Thomas Middlework that unauthorized doctors continually conduct memory experiments on autistic savant patients in the hospital without his approval, as well as the existence of a secret third ward, where even Xander does not know what goes on. DJ Dan also had some negative words to say about the Institute for Genomic Advancement.
The Hanso Foundation, you've seen their ads. They're bringing us a better future. Science is going to save the world. Blah, 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 blah. And I say don't believe it.
Oh. Why not?
Why not? Definitely not because company founder Alvar Hanso, an arms dealer with ties to the original atom bomb, refuses to release any true details about any of his programs. Oh, definitely not because their Lech spokesman Hugh McIntyre refuses to say one word about their alleged human rights violations. No. Because every day we become more and more advanced, we get closer to the end these Hanso Foundation preverts say they're going to prevent. And genetic engineering, you know what that is? Changing our DNA to give our babies blue eyes instead of brown, or to give them the know-how to juggle flaming bowling pins in the cradle. It's all a lie. Do you know what happens when you start shuffling your genes around? No. Nobody does. But I've seen those steroid cases, guys whose growth plates have turned back on. They're Neanderthals. There are consequences to our actions, people. Yeah, we got Lou from Chicago. Deep dish Louie. Convince me otherwise. Come on.
Hey, Dan. I think you're overreacting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, I have a birthmark or two. One looks like a potato, and the other looks like Italy.
The boot or Sardinia?
Actually, Tuscany.
Good one.
But I've always wished they could be more like tattoos. Couldn't we play with the DNA and give our kids some, like, cool birthmarks?
So what are you talking about? Maybe a family crest, a cute little bird? How about a barcode so we can keep track? Huh? Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Well, congrats, Louie. You just made my top 3. Dumbest things I ever heard. Shut down. Who's next?
Richard from Alexandria, Virginia.
Tricky Dick from Alexandria.
Listen, Dan, I heard what your last caller said about the tattoos, and I think people are already doing that, but with animals.
What do you mean, Dick?
I mean, I was diving off the Great Barrier Reef last year, and we came upon this shark rat. It's reefed things toast, and on its tail is like a, well, not a tattoo. It's like this black octagon with some word on it. It starts with a D. Thing's pretty rotted away.
Dick. Tell me you got pictures of that shark.
Of course. I can send right over.
You know what I think, Dick? I think you're Conspiracy Spy of the Month. We gotta take a